she had been crying. Now, it's not bawling, mind you. She'd been crying. But when my mother came in and started, what's going on, and when my sister said, I don't know where Caylee is, again, her voice escalates when my mom gets in the room, almost combatively. My sister, when she explained that to my mom, I don't know where Caylee is, and then my mother immediately goes, who took her? Who took her? And then Casey goes, the nanny did. She was kidnapped, Mom. And then that's when my mother kind of hit her fist on the bed and said, we could have found her a month ago. Why did you wait? And at that point, my sister's done crying. They're fighting about, this stuff in the past instead of trying to focus on the information that we need to get.
We are now hearing in their own words what happened when the Anthony family finds out little Caylee is missing. Tonight, bombshell audio tapes released. They are audio tapes of 3 of the many men in Mom Casey Anthony's life, and we can report it all we want to, but when you hear it in their own words, it's an entirely different thing. Let's unleash the lawyers. Joining us tonight out of Atlanta, veteran defense attorney Peter Odom. Also with us tonight out of New York, high-profile lawyer and author of How Can You Defend Those People, Mickey Sherman. Mickey Sherman, a lot of people are suggesting the state has leaked all this. What they are failing to realize, and it's the defense in this case that keeps saying things like that, they are simply complying to discovery. They're filing all this stuff, all of these tapes, all of these documents in the clerk's office as they're told to do under Florida statute, and then the media can get it. Nobody's leaking anything.
There is something wrong. I mean, usually they do leak it. It goes to somebody close to the detectives or something like that. Here, they're basically dumping everything out into the public. Now, if
they filed it at the clerk's office, you have a problem with that, Sherman?
I have a big problem with that.
That's what the statute requires.
Well, it's wrong. How can this woman ever get a fair trial when we all know that she is the crappiest mother on the face of the earth, coming from the creepiest family on the face of the planet? Everyone is totally biased against her. Maybe they should be, but the bottom line is, how could you possibly preserve her right to get a fair trial?
Syllables for you, Sherman. O.
Not guilty.
J. All right?
Yeah.
OJ.
Yep.
Everybody yelled, including you. He can't get a fair trial. He's going to get convicted. You did too.
No, I was one of the people who said he was going to be found not guilty.
But you said the whole jury would know about the trial. You did say that.
Well,
you also said he was going to be. You did claim it was going to be a not guilty verdict. That part is true.
But it wasn't the DA who dumped all this stuff into the public knowledge. There's just something wrong with that.
Peter Odom, take off your defense hat just one moment and give me a straight answer. Isn't it true that when you're a former prosecutor, filed your discovery, which you have to do under the statute, you've got to give it all to the other side, to the defense prior to trial, didn't you go file it in the clerk's office also?
Well, sometimes you do, but you also have the option of giving notice.
You mean you didn't file it in the clerk's office every time?
Not always.
Why?
Because sometimes there was information that we didn't want made public. And this is information, in this case, that could have been kept out of the public view had the prosecutors wanted to.
Give me the name of a case where you did not file your discovery in the clerk's office.
I can give you several, Nancy. For example, the Tesla case that I tried in Atlanta, discovery was provided to the defense, but it was not filed with the clerk's office, and it was kept out of public view. And the only thing that is now available to public view are things that were entered into evidence at that trial. And that was quite a high-profile trial.
Peter Odom, it's the first time when I've asked a defense attorney to name a case they've been able to do it. I disagree with you, but I respect that answer. Let's go to the lines. Pat in Illinois. Hi, Pat.
Hi, Nancy. Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question. Through all of this, for a girl who has lied about everything and really had no visible means of support, wouldn't there be a money trail? You know how they say in a case, follow the money? Wouldn't there be some type of a money trail of whether or not there was actually a babysitter paid? And how does someone who's not working hire a nanny?
You know, you are so dead on, Pat, in Illinois. I mean, this woman was stealing from her friends just to put gas in the car. Michael Sapriconi is with us, former NYPD. Michael, she's right. This woman had to siphon gas out of her family's cars to keep her car going. She doesn't have a money trail. She didn't pay a nanny. There was no nanny.
Right, this is all part of her made-up story here, Nancy, and she's obviously a pathological liar, and we're seeing that more and more. And once you start that little lie, they build into bigger lies and bigger lies, and that's the path she's following.
We're talking about her deleting reams of emails the days around Caylee's disappearance. Take a listen.
Give me that list of items again.
Sure.
Tony's apartment at Sutton Place.
Yes. This was around midnight. I went and picked up my sister's laptop. Well, it's actually my mom's laptop, but, you know, my sister she's had it for that past month or so. So the laptop, very large leopard print duffel bag that had all of her clothing and items in there. A backpack, a white backpack with kind of a, you know, a pattern or, you know, a symbol on that. That also had some more clothing items in there. A large purse and some, you know, some kind of, you know, female items, you know, things like that, like her toiletries and that kind of stuff.
In your investigation, you found that your sister's Yahoo Mail account from a date of July 15th has been deleted.
Yes. Every bit of mail sent,
Is that
received,
June 15th or
July 15th.
So June 15th to July 15th exists, but from July 15th. So does that kind of lead you to believe?
No. I'm saying the information that's in there now is July 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, everything to present. Anything predating...
Prior.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So everything predating July 15th, nothing is in there. There's no saved emails, there's no spam, there's no inbox messages, there's no sent mail, there's nothing. Everything predating July 15th.
Nothing prior.
Nothing. She offered up to me for the first time that my mother has said to my sister that even though Caylee's been the best thing and the best mistake, that she was indeed a mistake, that she was Casey's mistake.
Joining us tonight is a very special guest. We are taking your calls live. Brittany Schreiber, a neighbor of the Anthony family. Ms. Schreiber, thank you for being with us.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Ms. Schreiber, what has been the Anthony's response after they learned about the human decomposition in the car?
Actually, I have not talked to them since the whole decomposition issue came up.
How were they prior to that?
I actually only talked to Cindy the very first day that Caylee was reported missing, and they all were a wreck. But after that, I actually have not talked to them since.
Is it true that Miss Anthony told you Casey Anthony was going to Jacksonville to look for a job?
Yes, ma'am, that she had something for her job she had to do, and that she was going to be in Jacksonville for a month.